Hi everyone, thank you so much for tuning to my channel. I am Valery Molone, a life coach and motivational speaker. This channel is designed for you guys to ask me a question and I give you guys an answer. I thank you all for sending me all your questions to my social media. I pick the most asked question and I answer it. So as you've seen my previous video, our subject is a variety of a topic that people ask me questions. So I'll take the question from Twitter today. Somebody asked me, how can a college student reduce stress? That's a great question, and I have a lot of experience on that because I have my own kids that are in college, and I can totally relate sometimes how overwhelming college can be. But today, I'm going to give you 3 tips you can apply in your life where you're in college, because I know a lot of college students, not only they go to school, some of them may have a job, hopefully part-time, but some people have full-time job, and then in that age you hang out with your friends a lot, and time is very short for you guys, and sometimes can get very stressful. So I have these 3 tips that if you can apply in your life, it will lessen your stress a lot. The number 1 tip that I'm going to give you that's very common, probably going to say that I know this well, but I'm going to elaborate on it a little bit from a different perspective, is exercising. I know exercising, we all know the definition of exercise, what is it good for, and why we have to exercise. But a lot of college students do not realize how important exercise is. So you have to implement that in your life. Make it part of your life. Make sure you do some type of activity. See, when you were young, we have a lot of energy. You go to work, you go to school, you come home, you hang out with your friends. So you really don't feel like to do exercise, or you think that you don't need to do exercise because that's the best time that you're in the best shape of your life. I should know because I was young one time. But it's very important to put exercise in your schedule, even if it's for 20 minutes. Now, I know you're going to tell me that you don't have a time, but there's a couple of things that you can do to accomplish exercise in your life. One of the things that a lot of you have big campus that you walk around or go. See, kids drive to college and they park their car closest to where they wanted to go. Try to park your car a little further. Try to walk around between classes and the campus. Instead of driving your car going, try to do that. And you'll be amazed how much step you will take a day. Now, studies show that the kids between age of 4 and 6 take 11 to 14,000 steps a day. But in a college student, takes about 700 steps a day when they're in college. So you can calculate the math. The reason for that, because kids are running around and they don't drive and they don't anything. Everything that they do is walking around and get that step done. So you should do the same thing, going up and down the stairs, walking from class to class, walking around the class. Try to get up and walk around the class. And if you can count your step, you'll be amazed how much step you will get done in college. It will equal to about 10 to 15 minutes a day. So if you don't have a time, that's one thing you can do in order to reduce your stress. The other thing that is very important to apply in your life, especially for college students that are busy, is to make a schedule. And I know you're in college, obviously you do think that you have a schedule. No, make for a whole day schedule from the morning that you get up till night to go to sleep. Because what happened is that a lot of kids thinking that their homework, their school studying is their schedule. That's it. That's all they think about. What they do before and what they do after doesn't count in their schedule. But it really does affect your time. So that if you don't schedule the whole day and give yourself enough time to say that I'm going to go to work this many hours, I'm going to come home, and then I'm going to spend this much time in schoolwork, and then after that I'm going to go hang out with my friends or watch a movie or do something pleasure for yourself. So once you put that in writing and write it down, when you look at it, you'll be amazed how much time you're wasting. How much time, because you're only looking at one part of your schedule, which is, oh, I have to get this study or this paper done. But if you can schedule yourself through the whole day, what's going to happen, you will get organized. You will know that, okay, I have this much time for this project, I have this much time for my work, I have this much time for my friends, I have this much time for my family. Write it down. Try to write it down every single day for a week or 2, and then go back and look at it. And go back and look at it that how did you spend your time every single day? How much time did you spend at work? How much time did you spend at exercising? How much time did you spend on homework? All of that, write it down, because sometimes it helps when we visually see it. So that reduces a lot of stress when it comes to college student schedule, because they're so overwhelmed. And it's also a good idea that when you have a paper to do, or when a final season comes in that you have to take your finals, it's always a good idea to give yourself an extra time. Even though if some people are fast, some people are a little bit slow, even though if you're fast and if you think that you can get all your work done in 1 hour, give yourself 2 hours. If you get it done in 1 hour, it's good. If not, at least you give yourself a time. You free yourself. Mentally, you prepared yourself for that. You said to yourself, okay, I have 2 hours to study. But if you're fast enough, if you know the material and you say, oh, I know it, I don't have to study as much as I thought I had to, then that's even better. Now you have extra time. So it's very important to write it down. Don't just say it in your head. Don't try to schedule your day in your head and thinking that you have control over it, because it's very easy for us to get distracted sometimes. So it's very important to do that. The other thing is that a lot of college students do not do is take time for yourself. And when we're young and college students are young, they spend a lot of time with their friends. And either they work, like I said, or they go to school, or they do the paper, or they study for the final. And the little time that they have, they spend with their friends. They try to go out on Friday night, Saturday night, and then Sunday sleep all day. So what you're doing is that you're avoiding yourself. And what's going to happen that when you avoid yourself more than a week or two, you get very stressed. You get very stressed. Whether you like it or not, subconsciously you will get very stressed because your life is busy. Even though you're hanging out with your friends and you're having fun time, but it's really not time for yourself. So it's always a good idea to get up a little bit early in the morning and have like a 5-10 minutes with yourself. Just to clear up your thoughts, just to go over your day, just to go over your schedule for a week, just to think about what's coming up next month, think about all of that. You'll be amazed how productive you're going to be. You're going to come up with all these ideas. You're going to clear the stuff that is not necessarily to be in your thoughts, that is negative. It will help you a lot with the stress. So try to fit in some me time in your life when you're in college. No matter what it is, even if you have to cut down from your friends and you tell your friends, listen, I have to go home a little bit early. I can't stay that long. Or if you have to get up a little bit early in the morning, or between work and lunchtime, if you want to take like 10 minutes, 15 minutes to sit in your car and eat your lunch in the car. But the key is to put all the electronics away. So you can't go take 10 minutes break and sit in the car to spend time on yourself, but you're on your cell phone, because you're still talking to your friends, or you're still talking to your family, or trying to answer an email, or trying to do whatever you guys do these days. I could see that a lot of college students and young kids, their phone is their Bible. So try to put all the electronic away. Try to turn off the TV. Try to turn off the music in your car. And just think about your thoughts. Just pay attention to yourself. Pay attention to your emotion. Pay attention how you feel. Pay attention how was the last week. Just look at that, and then think about the upcoming week. What do you have to do? So if you do that at least 5 days a week, I'm not even saying 7 days a week, because I know you guys go out Friday and Saturday and Sunday, you're just like shocked. But even if you do it 5 days a week, you'll be amazed how relaxed you will be. Your mind wouldn't be crazy having all these running around and all these thoughts in your head. So that's very important to do. Like I said, the 3 tips that you have to apply is exercise, create a schedule for yourself, and more importantly, take time for yourself. The other thing that a lot of you guys do is, a lot of college students, since you guys are so busy, what you do is that you boost yourself with energy drink. An energy drink, you guys drink 5 Red Bulls to get that energy. Oh, I have to have this energy because I have to stay up late to study. Try to avoid that. If you can exercise during the day, and if you can schedule your time, and if you can take some time for yourself, your energy level is gonna be there. Your body is gonna create its own energy. The reason you don't have energy is because your mind is exhausted. So what you're doing is that you substance taking these energy drink and drinking it in order to give yourself a artificial energy, which is really not good for you. I don't know if you guys know that, but some people react differently when they drink a lot of Red Bull. You're all hyper and all energetic for like an hour, and after that you crash because of the sugar. You just get even more tired. So technically, you're really not balanced. So try to avoid drinking a lot of energy drink or even coffee. Like try to avoid too much coffee. If you could drink in the morning a couple of cups, that's okay. But don't come home at 11 o'clock and run to Starbucks and get an espresso just because you wanted to stay late and finish your project. So if you're overwhelmed now and if you're stressed now, it's going to take you about 2 weeks to apply these tips in your life, and then slowly your anxiety, slowly your stress level will go down. And you don't need to drink energy drink in order to be energetic, to study, or to do anything that you wanted to accomplish. Obviously, eat well. A lot of college students are on such a rush that they're so busy and they go to drive-through McDonald's or Taco Bell's, and the next thing you know, 3 days in a row you ate a junk food. So try to prep your meal ahead of time, the night before. Try to take lunch with you in school. Have a little lunch box and take apple or healthy food, whatever you like, as long as it's healthy. And if you can do that at least 4 days a week, then the other 3 days a week, if you do eat junk food, that's okay. Because you guys are young, your metabolism is fast, you're gonna burn out. But a lot of kids, they eat junk food because they think that if I don't gain weight, then it's okay. But it's really not about the weight, it's about your health. When you eat junk food, believe it or not, it makes you tired. The salt, the sugar, the oil, everything from the junk food makes you tired. So when you get tired, what happens? You get stress because you have so much going on in your life, and you just make it convenient for yourself to go to the drive-thru. And I know we all know it's easy to go to the drive-thru and get a food and sit in a car and listen to music, be in a cell phone, and just keep eating. We don't realize it, but it can really have a lot of effect on you and make you stressed. So that's one thing you should really avoid as much as you can. Try not to overload yourself with the scheduling too much. A lot of college students, I give you the 3 tips that of what to do to reduce your stress. These are just something that you have to keep in mind if you can kind of apply to your life. I know it's a lot, but if you can change a little stuff, because remember, a little stuff makes it big things. So if you can avoid these little things, not drinking too much coffee, not eating junk food, and try not to overload yourself with the scheduling. Because what happens is that when you overload yourself with the schedule, all of a sudden you get distracted. You're just sitting down at a desk in your room and you have your cell phone here, you have your computer here, you have your TV there, you have your music on, and that's a lot of distraction around you. So you're not getting the task that you wanted to get done because you're overloading yourself. You're checking your email to make sure who emails you. You have to respond to your friends. You have to plan your weekend. So that's kind of overloading yourself, even though it's not a schoolwork, but it's a lot that you guys do. And try to avoid that. When you wanted to study, however much time you need, whether it's a half an hour, whether it's an hour or 2 hours, stay someplace quiet. Get rid of the computer. Well, obviously you need the computer for researching or whatever you need to do, but try to not open too many windows. Try not to open YouTube, try not to open the music, try not to browse for the other stuff. Just open the school page that you need to get your project done. And put your phone, silent your phone and put it away, like completely from your room. Not only from your desk, but put it in the bathroom, someplace that you can have access that easily to it. So that's another thing you should try, and it will help you with your stress in your life. And the last thing that a lot of kids do not relax with alcohol. And a lot of kids do that. We work all day, and then when it comes to nighttime, let's go get a drink and relax. That's not gonna help you. If anything, it's gonna give you a hangover the next day. It's gonna make you tired. You're gonna be behind your project. You're gonna be behind your studying, and then that's gonna overwhelm you and cause you a lot of stress. And I know these techniques are very simple, and you're probably gonna tell me that I know these. The important part is to apply it. We know everything. We know everything. We can Google stuff. That's easy. Google stuff, you're gonna get an answer. But it's very important to apply it. And I know you can't apply all of this in one shot in your life right now. But even if you take one thing and apply it one day, and then another one, break it down. Give yourself 2 weeks and change some stuff around. And you will be less stress. You would be more energetic. You will have energy from within yourself, without the coffee, without the Red Bull or energy drinks, or without anything. Try to do exercise. If you can't go to the gym, just walk around. Try to get enough sleep. Try to eat healthy. But you have to apply all of this. Not on one shot, but a little bit. If you apply it in 2 weeks, you will see the result. I hope you guys like my answer. Thank you again for sending me a question. Keep sending me a question. Subscribe, leave a comment, and I'll see you guys next week.